inspection characteristics. As I told you, there are certain in all materials are having certain characteristics, right? So what
Sure.
inspection characteristics need to be tested will be customized and configured. So
Okay.
the control first we will change. Alternative summarize. Generally, we are whatever is there in standard SAP, we use that only. New entries generally don't require for this. Okay. Summarize means when you are doing the result recording of the characteristics, if you
Yeah.
want that the summarized form of characteristics need to be calculated. I mean like 13 units, but will be counted as a single. Okay. So that also is possible. If not this, then you want that 13 single material need to be test 13 times. Means 13 is the sample size. That also it is
Okay.
possible. So it all depends upon your the characteristics how you map.
Okay.
This characteristics, all characteristics are having some weightage. Minor characteristics
Okay.
A, major characteristics A. So that we have this assignment is required at the time of configuration of catalogs. I think you maybe noticed when I was doing the call yesterday that part defect in catalogs I was configuring the defect. That time I have assigned that critical, major, minor defect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. Inspector qualification. This is like just an this most of the clients doesn't need that, but still if any of the client need that, they want that in that their inspector is need to be qualified and they have some certification kind of procedure to have in their company, so that you have
Sure.
to configure if it is required. Otherwise, specialist certified quality inspector is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tolerance keys. These are also generally we don't use. This is not just a tolerance key when we are assigning, that upper control limit, lower control limit, LCL, UCL, that
Yeah.
when we are calculating the statistical quality control, or else when we are mapping the inspection characteristics, that time we are defining the quantitative characteristics. There are two kind of characteristics need to be tested. One is quantitative and another one is qualitative.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
qualitative test is what? Like color. Black, green. Result will be black, green, like this, right? Or you can say the visual inspection, appearance. These are the qualitative characteristics. Quantitative is what? Where numbers are involved. Okay.
Sure.
So here we are assigning the tolerance key for upper control limit and lower control limit. This is again that SQC part, Poisson distribution, binomial distribution. Then that is that inspection characteristics are having some weightage. So how we are estimating the weightage of that characteristics? That again it is not, we don't use much in this in our
Okay.
when there are a lot of fractions used in process, that time only we use binomial distribution, Poisson distribution and normal distribution. Okay.
Okay.
Now come to define sample determination. Sample type. See, generally we are using fixed sample, 100% sample, use sampling scheme sample percentage. This is a separate sampling calculation which is used by most of the clients. Okay.
Okay.
Either you will be using fixed sample. In fixed sample, it is like it is fixed like if your total quantity is 100. So if we are using the fixed sample size for 100 quantity, it will always use 10 as a sample size if we if we suppose when you are creating a sampling procedure, no, so that time you need to map your fixed sample. Okay, the same thing you will be using in your front end process also. So when you are using the fixed sample and your quantity of a production order is 100, so automatically system will pick up the 10 quantity, okay, or whatever you
Uh-huh.
define, or whatever you define in your sampling procedure. Okay,
Got you.
okay, that is the definition of fixed sample. Second process is 100% inspection. 100% inspection, generally we are using it for finished goods, where
Okay.
suppose like for example garment, we have 100 pieces of garment, finished goods.
Yeah.
Okay, but we know like if we test 5 out of 100, it is not going to work. We have to check the 100% inspection because it is in pieces. So what we do is for finished sample, we use 100% inspection. In that each and every sample need to be inspected.
Okay.
Okay. Third is use sampling scheme. If you remember yesterday we discussed about the sampling scheme. In sampling scheme we define the sample size. Like suppose for each quantity, for each inspection lot quantity, we want it should the sample size should be will be repeat continuously of 3 times. Like first sample size, suppose for example 10. Okay,
Okay.
so sample size will be 10, but it will come first that 10 sample size will be calculated. Then later on in second cycle again 10 sample size will be calculated, and again in third cycle 10 sample size will be there. So altogether it is the total sample size will be 30. Okay, but it will divide into 3 cycles. Altogether we can divide it into 7 cycles. Okay,
Got you.
when you go through the screen you may understand better.
Yeah.
Okay. Sample percentage. Sample percentage is nothing. We have to decide the percentage. Like in 100% quantity, 5% of the sample need to be tested, or 10% sample need to be tested. That you need to define in your mapping time when you are mapping your process.
Okay.
What are the rules? That is also the what are rules you are following, the sampling scheme, sample percentage. 100% inspection is for DMR. If you remember dynamic modification rules, the same thing. Inspection severity is nothing, normal, tightened, reduced. Okay. Define valuation mode. We are using generally this either 200 or this thing 100 or 210. Okay. Most of the client we go for attribute inspection for non-confirmation unit. When you go inside the settings of this, so attribute inspection, that these are the definitions of evaluation mode. Attribute inspection or by number of defects, like how you are calculating your confirming your defects. Non-confirmation unit is nothing. What do you mean by non-confirmation unit?
Something which is not tested?
No, something which is not which is tested, but
Yeah.
not passed.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how you are confirming your unit, or how you are defining your non-conforming unit, that need to be defined by your evaluation mode. How you evaluate your non-conforming unit. Okay.
Got you.